Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Infinite Trade. My name is Robin, and let's do a Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. So again, it's the fourth day today, and market is continuously moving up, especially Bank Nifty. So both of them open gap down. However, uh, we all know that Bank Nifty has been behaving bullish than the Nifty, and definitely we discussed this yesterday also. A dip will be an opportunity to buy, and both of them open gap down. Nifty was a little weaker during the first half, and Bank Nifty immediately, it touched 35,000 and immediately retraced, and then it was sideways almost 80% of the day, and then made a breakout and closed somewhere close to 35,500. So, but these days, it is very difficult for the option buyers to actually make money, because the first candle itself moved about 300 points, and then almost the entire day sideways, and then a breakout, and that breakout also was limited. Okay, it was just about a 150 points move on the upside. So why it is going to be difficult for the option buyers? The only reason being, since the VIX, the India VIX, which is the volatility index, is trading somewhere close to 18, the movement in the market reduces slow and slow. So this will happen till the time, the VIX reaches about 13, 14, and then it may start reversing. So usually around 17, 18, VIX tries to go about 20. So if this doesn't happen, then it will fall further, and we may see these kind of dead market for the next couple of months. So usually this happens when big players, they keep the market in a range, because automatically when VIX is low, the range for Nifty and Bank Nifty reduces, and this gives an opportunity for the big players to accumulate their positions. So that's what people will do in the coming days, and that's why I made a video yesterday saying that investment opportunities is definitely coming in our way, and we should look at that opportunity to go long for a longer term. Okay, so let's come back to the market and understand what could be the plan next. So now the only problem is we have been moving on the upside for almost, this is I think 3 and 4 days. Okay, so now from 35,700 to 36,000, this is a very strong resistance area. Okay, so already the movement is slow, and since we are going to enter into these resistance area, again the movement will be slow, and it could be gap ups and gap downs. And another important thing is, since it has already been moving so continuously up, uh, fresh buyers will also be limited. Okay, because just imagine, like, I am an option buyer, I am a technical analyst. I know that if the day high breaks, which is somewhere around 35 530, so if it breaks, I can expect 35 700. So only the retailers, especially who are intraday traders, would like to enter for a 170 points move to 200 points move. Okay, fresh buyers who would like to carry forward their position for another day, they would not enter here, because they are already present here with their stop loss somewhere close to 35,000. So the demand will decrease. Okay, so when demand decreases, there is always a possibility that we may see some sort of a selling pressure, and the market can be volatile. Okay, so let's understand what the participant wise data says, and based on that we'll come to a conclusion what should be a plan for tomorrow. So yesterday, remember, FIIs were bullish, and pros were bearish. So though market opened gap down, market went up because FIs were bullish. Okay, but this gave an opportunity for both pros and FIs to definitely get profit in their position, because market opened gap down, that itself gave profit to the pros. So today, let's see what's on the cards. So FIs have added very little long in the index future, but added some good quantity of in future shorts. Similarly, if you look at the call, they are so very less number of longs. So this could be an hedge to the short that they made. And overall, if we look at their position, they have put longs. Okay. So FIs are bearish. So yesterday they were bullish for today, and today they are bearish for tomorrow. And if we look at pros, the position is exactly opposite. Put shorts are heavy and some call shorts. So that means pros are expecting a market something like this, and FIs are expecting a gap down opening. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is market can be volatile, okay, and it could play in a range. So tomorrow we could try strangles. uh, so I love strangles a lot, and it definitely gives money whenever the VIX is trading below 20. So it's a good time to consider strangles. So we understood what the plan of FIs and pros are. If we look at the FIs overall position, it is net bearish because they still have 69,337 contracts shorts. Okay, so this is the long to short ratio. So short is about 1,07,000 and the longs are just about 38,000. So still bearish in index. Okay, so yesterday, if you remember, I had explained how the future shorts or the option shorts or the stock futures shorts or longs, how they react based on the time. So if we see put long, that means expectation of market opening gap down. And another thing is, if not gap down, then we may definitely see a dip initially. Okay, because the options has more weightage first, and then the future comes into picture, which takes a little time. So now let's move back to our intraday levels. So this is Bank Nifty. So things are very clear. What we do is we just mark this high, which is for tomorrow. Will for us this is the PDH. Okay. So if market opens flat, say within 35 430 to 35 500, and if it breaks this high, we'll only keep 10 or 20% quantity, and we'll trade for 35 700 to 800. Okay, and we'll book a position. We will not short the market here, neither will carry any long position here. We'll just wait and watch what the market does. So if it still has to continue the higher range, then it has to spend time here in a smaller time frame and then give a breakout. Then we may re-enter again, but I'm not expecting this sort of a move tomorrow because FIS positions are net long on puts. So what if we open gap down? Okay, bearish position will definitely take below 35 220 or 215. Okay, here we can see a fast movement coming up to 35,000, that is this level. And if we open gap down, so say if we are opening somewhere close to 35 200, we may see market, especially Bank Nifty, to move in this particular range. I'm not expecting a very good movement tomorrow. So since we have already moved continuously upside for the 4 days, we may at least we should take a halt for a day or two, and then either continue the trend up or maybe come down for a bit of a correction. So correction can be healthy for a further up move, because that correction, if it comes until say around 34 350 area, like the gap filling area at this place, then that can be great. We can initiate long positions here. I'll definitely confirm once we reach this place. So tomorrow, when can we buy a put? Okay, so considering that FIs have puts, we can take one opportunity to buy a put if we open below this level. Okay, and if we break this low, we can try a put here for a target of 35,200 at this place, and we exit and run away from the market and let FIs and pros play in this region. I'm expecting pros put shorts at this place, especially I think their quantity would be more in Nifty rather than Bank Nifty. So one dip we can expect until here, so we'll buy put. Below this we can definitely wait for a price action and enter put here for a target of 35,000. Okay, another important thing based on price action, like when a level breaks, okay, we need a follow through candle. Okay, so that confirms that this level is breaking, because a lot of traders, what they do, if a level breaks, they'll immediately enter, and market, what it does, it puts a doji here and then it comes up and then starts going up. So we don't want to get into this kind of trap, so keep this in mind. Okay, so I'm a price action trader, so what I do is I wait for a follow through candle like this. Then if it takes a halt, then it gives a retest at this place, so I short here, so maybe I buy a put here, and this is my SL, and then the market continues to go down. So that's my target, and if it hits my SL, that means it's a wrong trade. Okay, they're not wishing to go down, and if they hit your SL and again they break this level, you can try re-entering. Okay, so this should be the plan. So tomorrow, whether call or put, reduce your quantities, because market can trade in a range, so we don't want to get into those troubles. So strangles would be better. So upside is limited, downside we don't have confirmation. That means we can expect a sideways market if we open maybe a gap up or a gap down, because a gap up opening can again trigger some kind of profit booking. So let's talk about gap up also. If we open say around 35,600, 650 to 35,700, definitely looking at a red candle, if it breaks the low, we can consider entering into a put trade, and we can expect Bank Nifty to come until 35,300. Okay, so this is a put trade which should be better. We may try this, considering that FIs have longs and puts. So this is my view on Bank Nifty. Let's quickly discuss Nifty. So why I'm thinking that pros would have shorted puts in Nifty, because Nifty was trading in this area for a longer time, so this gives time for big players to punch in more orders and more quantities, and which creates more open interest and volumes and things. So what Nifty did, it opened below PDL, but it started to take halt at uh, this gap's close price. Okay, it continuously took halt here, and there was a trend line like this. It broke the trend line and filled the gap here also. So Nifty has filled both side gaps today. So again, this looks sideways to me. So what could be the possible range? Definitely from here to here. So 16,240 to 16,100. So this is the range that I see in Nifty. So Nifty can also trade in this range, provided if there is not a big gap down opening below this level, or a very big gap up opening above this level. So how do we plan Nifty for option buyers? So if we open flat, and if we immediately come down to this level, there is no scope, nothing that we can do. We'll have to wait. Okay, and once it breaks this particular position and you see a price formation something like this, if it breaks this particular low, then we can look for a put. Our immediate target would be around 16,050. Okay, so what should be this level? So there is no specific level to this area, but we need a lower low formation of a price action here, then we can enter put. Or in case if we open right at 16,240, we can try a put here at least until 16,150 or 160. Okay, and here we would plan a very small SL, maybe just about 20 points. If that SL gets hit, we don't do anything. Okay, so I hope things are clear. This is my view on Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. I hope you all understood it and enjoyed it. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.